Yo, Steel Bills was still, man. We now I'm halfway to work right now. I'm more than halfway to work right now. And yeah, I want to talk about my man Bam. So peak game, man. Man, listen, dude. Bam is a motherfucker. Bam is a motherfucker, bro. This might be his best win. This might be his best win, man. Cafu went in there. Like I didn't agree with. I don't know how I feel about Cafu fight. You know, taking that belt off Kosei Tanaka. I do think Kosei Tanaka down the stretch did the better work. I think he was a lot faster. After he got dropped, he got up, and I just think he was able to. You know, I don't know the punch stats, but just watching the fight, I just think he was, you know, he was a lot more effective with his in and out movement, and he started landing a lot more, tapping the body more, and you started to see Cafu fade down the stretch. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that fight, but nonetheless, it was a competitive bout, and I'm not mad at that he won, but I'm just like, man, maybe I need to go watch that fight again. So before I say that, yeah, he definitely won that fight, but nonetheless, Cafu is a damn good fighter, Brody. A damn good fighter. This might be bad. His win over Sonny Edwards was a damn good win as well. These might be his best two wins. We can't really count Quadras and Gayu and everything. We can count them, but you know, those was dudes who's just a little bit more past it. You know, Sore. I think these dudes. I think Sonny Edwards and Cafu were his best wins. So I don't know, but nonetheless, man. Just when you talk about a pressure fighter, and he's another example of what I mean by a pressure fighter, man. When you talk about a pressure fighter, and you speak to the limitations of a pressure fighter, and when you think of a pressure fighter, you automatically think of Rock'em Sock'em Robot. This dude is a pressure for him. Sugar Nunez, Aji Caballero, Canelo Alvarez, Bud when he wants to step into the kill box, Artur Beterbiev. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Christian Mobilius and his nuances, them dudes. When you think pressure fighters, this is the aesthetic that we're talking about. That's not Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Bam is using angles. He's getting low up under shots. He's defending himself properly. Now, granted, yeah, you're going to get hit a lot more than someone who chooses to be a slickster. You're going to get hit more. That comes with the territory because you're closing the distance. You're closing the distance. So you're that much more accessible to be hit than a motherfucker who's just, fighting fleet-footed. You know, Hope Williams Zepeda, another dope pressure fighter. Oh my God. I'm gonna keep remembering pressure fighters, as I continue the video or whatever. But you're in a position where you're a lot more vulnerable and accessible to be touched. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. But the nuance in that game is the defense. Your defensive capabilities, your instincts, your ability to, you're closer. I'm accessible for you to hit me, which means you're accessible for me to hit you as well. So when you're that graceful on your feet and you're that, and you have high instincts and you're durable and you have good defensive instincts as well, I'm able to protect myself in these close quarters right here. I'm able to get under your shots. I'm able to cut these angles in the pocket, you dig, and I'm able to land with heavy artillery to further mute your offense or just completely just break you down. That was an incredible performance from Bam, bro. That shit was, bro, he is taking these fighters, champions, and dispatching of these niggas, man, with relative ease. Like, dog. This kid is special, bro. This kid is special. This kid is special. He just went in there and made real, I don't want to say super easy work of Cafu, but it was dominant. It was dominant. And the entirety of the fight played the same, man. He pinned dude to the rope. A lot of that doing was from Cafu. He, just placing himself on the turnbuckle. I don't understand why he was doing that, but he was placing himself on the turnbuckle. He was placing himself on the turnbuckle. Just when that's not the best place to be. Laying on the rope is not where you want to be. you know, you have nowhere else to go after that. It's harder to spin off the rope than it is to spin your opponent at the middle of the ring. Because while it's giving you comfort, you ain't, you know, it's giving you that, you know, it's taking some weight off of your legs and giving you something to lean back on. It's hindering you. It's hindering your exit routes, man. You spinning off the rope is going to be a lot harder than spinning that mid ring. Goddamn. And that's where he just kept, and he wasn't even on the rope. He was on the turnbuckle. And he was countering effectively, man. He was countering real effectively, bro. But he just wasn't hit. You know, he just didn't have enough pop to keep Bam honest. And he, you know, just, I was on my man Cameron, shout out to Cam Jordan. I was on his round table a few weeks back, or not his round table, but his platform. I was on there for about an hour. We was talking about boxing. And he asked me about this fight, and I'm like, man, the left hook, I think his left hook is his best punch, and that's the punch that I think that's his best punch, Cafu. I saw that in the Kosei Tanaka fight. He just kept spamming the left hook, and he was having success with it early on, man, but after a while, he started getting around. He started finding ways to neutralize it. He started catching it a lot more, started getting up under it, and cutting those angles off of it, you dig? And just doing real good work. He just neutralized that man's left hand. He neutralized it. And just imposed his will on dude, bro. Just, you know, knocked him out, stopped him, man. This kid is special. Bam is special. I think he should learn Spanish, though, so he should be able to further connect with the Mexican audience, because he's going to be one of them ones. Bam honestly has the potential to be what Inoue is in Japan. That's how highly I think of Bam. Kid is incredible, bro. Kid is incredible. He's a very entertaining fighter to watch. And it ain't just that he's entertaining. He's coming in there to just bang out and just, you know, throw a reckless abandonment. No, man. It's nuance to his game, man. You know, just the angles, the feet, the power punching, the speed, the counter punching. Everything is that he is a complete fighter. He is a complete fighter. He is a complete fighter. That dude can bang, man. That dude can bang. That dude can bang out. And I love seeing it, because it once again shatters this misconception that only thing pressure fighters can do is come forward and, you know, behind the high guard and not, you know, do anything else. There's no nuance to their game. There's no subtleties to their game. There's no, you know, dimensions and wrinkles to their game. And that, I think, you know, when you got a dude like Bam who's proving all of that shit to be bullshit. I love that shit, man. I absolutely love that kid's performance, man. He did an incredible job in there with Cafu on Saturday night. Incredible performance, Bam. You did your shit. You did your shit, man. You're stringing together some good wins, man. You're stringing together some really good wins. And I you know, sky's the limit. So I'm really hoping we get you and Junto in the near future, next year, whatever the case may be. We talk, you know, Turkey is already lined up, you and Puma for November, honest. So that right there is gonna be a bang fest. That's gonna be a dope one. That's gonna be a real dope one. I can't fucking wait to that one. That whole card gonna be stacked. So incredible performance, kid. Incredible performance, man. I gotta run up in here and clock in real quick, y'all. Hold up. Yeah, I'm back. But yeah, I'm looking forward to you and Puma Martinez getting in there. And if you go in there and you able to do what you did to Cafu, to Puma, bro, there's just nothing else that needs to be said about you. Even though I don't think there's nothing else that needs to be said in now. And I still want to see you versus Kosei Tanaka. Not Kosei. I always get Kosei and Kazuto Ioka's names confused. I don't know why. Kazuto, Kosei, you know, just, those are real unique names. Those are real unique names, and they just so happen to start with the letter K. So, you know, I kind of get y'all, I get y'all name, not y'all fight as the fighters. It's just y'all names. I always say your name when I'm meaning to say the other one's name. But I still would love to see you versus Kazuto Ioka. You seriously gonna block this shit? These dudes be wildin', man. You and Kazuto Ioka, I think is a I still think that fight is dope. I think that fight is, I would still love to see that fight. I would still love to see that fight. I think that's a real I think that's a real barn burner right there, man. You dig? Your brother got away with a bullshit win over Kazuto. I thought Kazuto clearly beat James. I clearly thought he beat James, but the judges saw it different in Japan too. That I'm like, yo, y'all really gave that man that fight over there in the in the land of the rising sun for real. This what we doing? Damn, man. I couldn't understand that one. So, but nonetheless, he got the win, and I don't know what's going on with Kazuto right now that he done lost to Puma. So, but that is still a fight that I'd still be interested in seeing, because I think with y'all styles, that is going to make for a damn good potential all-time great fight. So that's how I'm feeling about it, though, man. It is what it is. I will get with y'all on the flip side when I get off of work. Until then, y'all stay righteous. I'm outie. Deuces.